Hey, Public Science here. Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping on by. As always, I appreciate it so much, you guys. So today we're gonna go ahead and discuss Ultra League. And before we do that, I want to go ahead and just give you guys a quick reminder. If anyone is looking for some of my live streams, sometimes I've been streaming on Twitch now instead of YouTube. So if you haven't done so, please follow me on Twitch, as I'll be streaming there at least probably twice a week going forward. And then on YouTube, I'll continue to stream, of course, raid nights and various other streams as well. So if you have Twitch, please feel free to follow me. Thank you. So let's go ahead and hop over to PvPoke now, you guys. PvPoke.com to prepare you for Ultra League Premier Cup that will be starting ASAP, you guys. Well, not ASAP, but well, starting Monday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So as of right now, it's about 13 hours away. Not 13 hours. It's about 17 hours away or so. So we're on here on pvpoke.com. Ultra League Premier Cup. As you see, ooh, what happened there? Oh, got rid of the XLs. I wish I could do that for real. But we see Galarian Stunfisk in the lead position. It was in the lead position last time these ratings were up to date, and it hasn't moved at all. In fact, I think it actually is getting stronger with all the additional poison types we'll be seeing. So Galarian Stunfisk, of course, does so well. Surprisingly, it actually loses to the three main elemental Pokemon, Venusaur, Swampert, and Charizard. And whenever during this video I mentioned the elementals, I will be referring mostly to Venus, Swampert, and Charizard. Of course, there's also Empoleon as well, but I think these are the three probably most common of its own type that you'll be seeing. So Stunfisk actually loses to all those, but it does so well against everyone else, and it's so darn tanky, you guys. The XL version, I think, will be very common for this season because it's been several months now since XLs have been introduced, and I think a lot of people have found the means to get to Galarian Stunfisk. So be on the lookout for that, and because of Galarian Stunfisk, we'll be seeing a lot of Swamperts as well. Swamperts have kind of fluctuated up and down the list throughout the seasons, but it's never really deviated from the top 20. So overall, Swampers will be still very strong. This one's running Earthquake. Considering the meta, I think with more poison types, it might help to have Earthquake. Not just for Nidoqueens. Of course, Nidoqueens you can hit it with Hydro Cannons instead. But in case you run into Dragalge or something crazy, but it might be nice to have an Earthquake as a secondary move. Even though I don't think Sledge Bomb is a terrible move to have on it either for the Charmers. And as you see right here, Shadow Nidoqueen cracking the top 5 because it can take down Venusaur and Charizard, of course. Does so well against the Charmers and also the Pokemon that the Charmers beat. So I love seeing that, you guys. Whenever you can beat a big meta group and then also beat what that meta beats. So it kind of has two wins right there, right? Of course. So where it struggles against, of course, it's going to struggle mostly against your flyers and your steals. And of course, being part ground, you want to watch out for water types as well. Dragalge, I don't expect a lot of people to have. I think maybe people at higher ELO range might run XL Dragalge, but I don't see it happening for most of us. Dragalge, of course, a very spicy pick, but also very expensive to make. As you scroll down here, I think Jellicent is going to do so well in this meta. Of course, if more poison types arise, Jellicent is perfect for that. On top of it, it can beat Swampert, Empoleon, Charizard. It beats your fighters. And I think against your Charmers is pretty decent. It's pretty neutral. I think the only Pokemon you really want to watch out for is probably mostly going to be like Venusaur, unless you're running Ice Beam. PvPoke's recommending Bubble Beam and Shadow Ball, which personally I think is actually probably the better moveset to have for Ultra League Premier. Scrolling on down, Drifloon, you guys. And before I hop into further commentary, I want to go ahead and also let you guys know, I'm going to go ahead and discuss some of the underrated Pokemon. I guess this is a great way to start. I've made a small list off to the side, and Drifloon is actually one of them. So Drifloon running Hex, Icy Wind, Shadow Ball, of course, the normal moveset. Why is it so good? Because of the poison types. If there are going to be more poison types, we don't know yet. And we'll go ahead and take a look at all the poison types that are now higher on the list. But of course, Drifloon being Ghost type will do really well against the poisons. And on top of it, it beats Venusaurs. Not just beat Venusaur, it hard walls Venusaur. So you can actually use Venusaur as an opportunity to farm up, and that's huge, you guys. It beats Dragonite. It beats Empoleon, Charizard. So it's a really wide array of Pokemon, which I love to see out of a Ultra League Pokemon. Just can kind of be like a Psychic type, a Fire type, a Steel type, a Dragon type, a Grass type, a Poison type. It really can do well against a bunch of different types of Pokemon. So I like Drifloon in the back. Some people might lead with it, but I do like having it in the back to potentially hard wall and match up with a Venusaur. And then we keep on moving on down. Another Pokemon that I think will be really cool to run is Steelix now with that new buff Dragon Tail move. I know some people were running it in the Great League that did really well with it. In Ultra League, I think it will do even better. Dragon Tail, of course, can handle your Dragonite, Kingdras that you might be seeing, Goodras you might be seeing. It loses to the Elementals, which stings, but you handle everyone else. So if you have someone that can handle these three elementals, you might be sitting pretty. So I also ran a team builder, you guys, for the three elementals to see which Pokemon can beat all three. As you see right here, a lot of X's mean that all these Pokemon on the left-hand side are losing the Charizard, Venusaur, and Swampert, and then you look at the Pokemon that can beat it, and mostly, as you see on this list, they're mostly either flyers or dragon types, right? Pretty much everyone's a flyer or a dragon type on this top 12 right here. Dragalge is a dragon type, of course. Altaria, Goodras. These dragons, of course, resist all the elemental types. And then flyers just do so well against Venusaur and Swampert, if Swampert is running Earthquake especially. So keep in mind, guys, and on this list, you guys, a Pokemon that I think will actually be really underrated for Ultra League, but it's also very expensive, so I don't know if it's really that underrated, if it's going to cost that much to make, is Pelipper. Pelipper XL, Swampert, Venusaur, Charizard, beats all the elemental we just saw. And then it beats the extra elemental, Empoleon, which is huge. And you're wondering, like, how does a Pelipper beat an Empoleon when all of Pelipper's moves are resisted? I don't know, you guys, but somehow it does. It pulls out the W with a little bit of HP at the end. And all you gotta do is go straight Weather Ball each time, so it's not bait dependent or anything. But of course, you gotta have decent IVs. And you got to max it out all the way to level 50, I believe, to get Pelipper. So some people do have it, and I'm really jealous of them, because I think Pelipper is a huge asset to have as a safety swap. Getting head-on energy, it catches people off guard. They're kind of like bamboozled, not really sure who to swap into, whether it's like, oh, do I swap into Venusaur, but I'm behind on energy, and I'm taking super effective damage to these wing attacks. Do I swap in Swampert? No, because there's a flyer. I can't swap into Charizard, can I? And then we just see Empoleon right here. Empoleon loses to Pelipper, which I think a lot of people actually probably will swap into Empoleon in those matches if they do have Empoleon. So Pelipper is just a really good Pokemon. And then another Pokemon I think will be really underrated, and you guys all know this one, is Umbreon. It's only rated number 37 here. I think in Open Ultra is rated way higher. So as you see right here, beats all the elementals, which is huge. It actually wasn't on the other list for some odd reason. And also beats Dragonite and of course the few Gengars you might be seeing. In these other matches, aside from against a fighter, or maybe like something really odd, most of these matches I believe are still very close, even though they're taking a loss. I think they still end up being fairly close, like 23 HP left at the end of the day. And it's because Ampharos has Focus Blast. But against like an Empoleon where everyone's just doing neutral damage the entire time, and Empoleon finishes 15 HP. So it's really not that big of a loss. So they hang around. So a great opportunity to maybe like get them the Empoleon low and then come in with the next Pokemon and farm up. Even if you have to lose Switch. So I actually plan on running Umbreon, in the lead position a lot for the start of Season 8 Ultra League Premier. And then the last Pokemon I want to talk about is Pokemon I've personally been hyping up myself in all the Twitch chats I've been on, asking people, Aromatisse, you guys. Aromatisse XL. So Aromatisse actually can get over 2,500, but you don't want to get over too much because you want decent IVs if you can. So you have to invest a lot of XL candies, which I'm grinding very hard for. And the reason why I like Aromatisse, sure, it loses to all these elementals. However, this moveset is not the one I will be using. I will be replacing Moonblast with Psychic. And I'm using Aromatisse as a safety swap in case I lose lead. And then I want to see if I can maybe bait out an Empoleon or a Venusaur or a Charizard. All three Pokemon resist Charm. As you see in this Venusaur matchup, having Psychic instead will be huge. Psychic will do 58% damage, and if they happen to not shield, perhaps because Aromatisse is so spicy, they may not know what moveset it has, and Psychic will just boom, see ya, you win. So I like that, and then of course it has additional coverage against Empoleons with the Thunderbolt. It can Thunderbolt a Charizard, it can Thunderbolt a Talonflame, it can Thunderbolt a Lapras. So Aromatisse really has a lot of play with his wide moveset, so I like it a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and test it for Ultra League Premier, you guys. So there you go, guys. Just a quick overview of all the Ultra League Premier Pokemon that we see on this list. Let me know in the comment section what you guys will be running, and if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and support the channel for Pogo Science, you guys. And hopefully everyone, fingers crossed, everyone does super well in this next 2 weeks for Ultra League Premier Cup, and then we'll have another prep video after that for Element Cup, guys. So stay tuned for that. So thank you so much once again, and hopefully everyone out there have an amazing week. Take care.